Hello friends, welcome back in JavaFX UI Control Radio Button session part 3. In this tutorial session, we will see how to process events of radio buttons. This is very straightforward. Let me show you this example. So in this example, you can see if you select any radio button and on that radio button, we are going to show one image on the right hand side in image view. So we are handling the radio button select event. Okay, this will be useful in some cases. So we are going to cover this thing in this tutorial session. Let's get started. So processing the event for the radio buttons is very easy task. You can see on this notepad I have written the sample code, and I will use this code and I will explain you each and everything. So here I am inside the NetBeans IDE, and this is the same project which I have used in our first tutorial and second tutorial of radio button session. What exactly we have to do? We have to apply the add listener. So we are going to associate the listener with radio button group. So in the previous example, we have created these 3 radio buttons and then we grouped together these radio buttons. And now I have just added one image view on the right hand side of this stage. This is the image view, and then I have assigned FX ID to this image view you can see on the right hand side. So guys, what we are trying to do when we handle the select action, then one particular image will be set on this image view. So we will get the exact thing that this is handled clearly. So for this purpose, we have the @fxml variable for the radio buttons, and after that we have the @fxml variable for the image view, and this is the FX ID for the image view, in which I will set a particular image on button selection. So what images we are going to use? These are the images. First one is this, and it has a name like .png. The second one is the share.png, and third one is the subscribe.png. So I'm going to use these 3 images in this example. Now let me show you the code. Code is very simple and short. So you have to go to the initialize method, then you have to perform this basic action. If you are directly landed on this tutorial session, I would recommend please watch the second part of this tutorial series, and link given in the description box. And guys, simple. In the line number 57, we have just created one toggle group object. Then we are setting this toggle group object with each radio button that we have. Now look at the line number 65. We are calling the set user data method with the help of the radio button object, and we are setting one string. This string will act as the ID to differentiate which radio button is going to pressed. So at the time of handling the select action, we will read this string, and then we will append the .png with this, because this is the name of the image. So we are using this user data string to differentiate between the radio button, and we will perform certain action that we are planning to do. Now we are going to associate the action listener, and the code written here from line number 71 to 75 is for handling the select action. So we have to perform this thing on group object. So use the toggle group object, means look at the line number 71, group dot selected toggle property, and then you have to call the add listener. In the add listener, we are using the lambda expression, and these are the parameter list. The first parameter is observable value, and the second one is the toggle, which is defining the old toggle value, and the third argument is toggle, but this is defining the new toggle object. These three are important. If you are aware about the lambda expression, you must know this thing. These are the parameter list. And after the lambda, this arrow symbol, we have these curly braces. Inside this curly braces, we will write our logic. You can say the method implementation. So the first toggle object is the old toggle value, and the second toggle object defining the new toggle value. That's why we have given the relevant name for the understanding. Now inside these curly braces, we will write our implementation. That means what we are trying to do. We are trying to perform some action. So first we will fetch out the user data, and then on the basis of that we will set particular image in the image view. So I have written the sample code here in the notepad, and I will copy from this place and I will paste in the controller file at here. So look at this line number 75. Group dot get selected toggle. So this is the important one, which will return you if you are performing some action or you are selecting any radio button, that will be detected by this method, get selected toggle. You will get the object. Okay, if something is selected, you will get something. If nothing is selected, you will get null. That's why I have performed the null check at line number 75. If some select activity has been done by the user from these three radio buttons, then we will go inside the block and we will look into the line number 75. So we are simply creating the image object, and as you know, image object need the image as a stream. To do that, we are doing this way. We're using get class, and then we calling the get resource stream method, and in this resource stream method we need the name of the image with path. Because our image is stored here in this base package, so we don't need to give the complete path. Here we're simply giving the name of the image. How we are retrieving the name of the image? The selected, look at the selected line. We calling get selected toggle with the help of group object. Then we are calling the get user data, that is returning the user data that we have already set before doing any activity. So that user data has been set at line number 65, 66 and 67 for radio button 1, 2 and 3 respectively. Once we are simply calling the toString method, converting into the toString, and then we are appending the file name extension. So at here we are expecting the image name like.png. This is what required by the getStream method. And once we get the object of the image, we are ready to set this image here in this image view. Very straightforward and simple. So look at the line number 77. We are using this @fxml object display image dot set image and passing this image object. We are done. I hope you guys are clear on this concept. This is very simple. Now we are going to take the clean build of this example, and then we will run it and we will observe, is this working or not. From line number 65 to line number 83 is the main code. Now I will go here on this file and I will run it. Now stage appeared. Now we will select the first radio button, because initially all these radio buttons are in unselected stage. So you have a choice. You can set the default value to any radio button as selected. So at this place nothing is selected, so the get selected toggle method will return you the null value. So somewhere this is important, but in this case this has not much value. Now I will select it. So first radio button is selected and we found the like image here in this image view section. So line number 76 executed successfully. At here we get the user data like, and we get the like.png, and then get resource as a stream method reading that image and setting in the image object. In the same way, radio button 2 selected and 3rd selected and the corresponding images are loaded in this image view. This is working smoothly and flawlessly. So guys, this is the way you can process the events on radio buttons. I hope you guys found this tutorial relevant and useful. Please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel. And for now, thanks for watching. Cool IT Help.